10 years. I was Governor Sanford's chief of staff, and I ran his campaign. And then in 2008, I decided to throw my hat in the ring and run for office myself. And I used to think it was about Democrats versus Republicans. And when I was working for Sanford, I thought it was about the executive branch against the legislative branch. But one of the things I've learned, it's not about either of those things. It is about the ruling class, the people that are up there in the General Assembly, in the Senate, and the House, making decisions that, quite frankly, ought to be left to the private sector. It is a bipartisan problem. We've got leadership in the House, Republican and Democrat. You got leadership in the Senate, Republican and Democrat, that are presiding over this ballooning in special deals that are given away to corporations. And the numbers don't lie. I mean, $34 million worth of targeted, quote-unquote, tax credits back in 1998 to corporations who lobbied for them has ballooned to $523 million in 2008, and this year it's ballooned to over $1 billion. We're not a big state. Our general fund is $5.1 billion, and with a $5.1 billion general fund budget, we're giving away $1 billion in tax credits to targeted industries that have lobbyists that can lobby for them. Somebody pays that bill. There's no free lunch. And who pays the bill are those folks out there that don't have the power to hire lobbyists. They don't have the ability to get an attorney to talk to a Senate Finance Chairman or House Ways and Means Chairman to get a special tax break that'll help them get a leg up on the competition. I mean, it used to be in America, the way you got ahead was get a good idea, save your money, work hard, and then reap the benefits of your hard work. Now the very first thing you do is hire a lobbyist, go upstairs, and try to get a break in the tax code that gives you a leg up on your competition. That's not fair. And that undermines people's confidence in their government and has to stop.
Has the Tea Party been receptive to your message?
I think they're beginning to. I think for so long the Tea Party was organized and really kind of got its grassroots movement going as a response to what's happening in Washington, D.C. And what I try to talk about when I go around the state to Tea Party rallies and say, look, what's happening in Washington, D.C. deserves our attention. We should be concerned. But guess what? Right here in your own backyard, we've got a little miniature version of Washington working right here. We've got 170 politicians up here deciding they know best about what happens in the economy and can outguess the free market, can outguess capitalism. They think they have the ability to look 5 or 10 years down the road and know what the emerging industries and technologies are going to be, and then try to go ahead and give them a boost with tax breaks.
Has Haley been better with this tax expenditure issue?
You know, I really haven't talked about that with Nikki. I mean, based on what I've heard, I think that she opposes the special sales tax exemptions. I think she is for the free market. She's for capitalism. But this has just gotten out of hand. And it's gotten out of hand in the time that I've been up here near Columbia just kind of watching. And now I'm in the chamber. And it all hit ahead to me about 2 months ago, or a month ago, when we passed a very new sales tax exemption that's going to require the Treasury to cut $1 million check out to a company that moved here 3 years ago, built a business, and started employing people, and then came here after the fact, and they want a tax break.
They just did this through lobbyists and contributions?
They got lobbyists, and they went ahead and said, you know, give it to us. We created jobs. And so somebody like gave them a reward. So a check gets cut out of the Treasury, and guess what? For every dollar that's cut out of the Treasury, everybody else has to pay higher taxes. That's absolutely wrong.
I interviewed a historian who had a unique perspective, at least to me, on the Boston Tea Party, and they noted that the Tea Act that kind of sparked the revolution was actually a specialized tax cut for the East India Trading Company, and basically pushed the price of American imported tea out of the market. And it seems very similar to what you're saying here.
It's funny, and Tea Party was what, 1773, and here we are in the year 2011, and we're still talking about politicians passing out special tax breaks to help certain targeted
The big corporations, like the East India Trading Company was a British corporation.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy, and you know, it's not the free market, and it's not what's made our country great. Our country's been great because we've counted on individuals, taking risks, saving money, working hard. Now, it's large corporations that have access to lawmakers that get huge tax breaks, and there's no way that the little guy can compete. There's no way that the mom and pop shop can compete. They don't have time to take off from their jobs, come to Columbia, hire a lobbyist, and get a special tax break. I mean, it's common sense would dictate if that's the way business is done up here, that's what they should do, but they can't afford to do that. So it's all come full circle. It happened in 1773, it's happening here in 2011. If we truly want to be a free economy, if we truly want to get back to grassroots capitalism, we have to attack the favorites. We have to attack the corporate welfare. Republicans and Democrats alike are guilty of this. It is not a partisan battle. It is a battle for freedom and liberty, and those things mean something. They're not abstract ideas. It's about getting government off people's backs and having government stop giving tax breaks to their competitors.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.